With a lot of conversation at the moment about AI data centers in the news, Meta has, in theory, confirmed that they're going to be spending an extra $200 billion of investment on a new set of data centers. This comes as only a few weeks after this report that we'll be going over in detail, where there's been a small crash in the overall stock market, especially the tech sector specifically. And there was the question overhead, was it overhyped, and is AI really coming to steal your jobs, or are we just not there yet? There's been a lot of conversation around, when is this going to be this payoff, right? There's been a lot of promises made by the Nvidias of the world and the Microsofts of the world, the ChatGPTs of the world, etc., saying that, are we going to be in a position in the next 20 years where every single job, as we'll allude to later, when we talk about the peer study, but a lot of people are saying, where is this massive spike in revenue? Where is this massive jump in AI technology? Is it going to be something that we do see, or is it actually all smoke and mirrors and kind of overhyped and overexcitement? And there was bound to be a level of correction when it came to the stock market, but in general, are companies like Meta potentially putting themselves on a bad foot because they're maybe over-investing in these data centers, maybe over-investing in this technology from companies like Nvidia, for example. But let's go into a little bit more detail on what these early talks have kind of alluded to. And this report does claim that it's pure speculation. However, if the site is going ahead, it's likely to be in a handful of areas. I'll leave them on screen in regard to the early talks. In the same report, we heard that Meta has already confirmed that it's likely to spend $65 billion this year on new data centers in question. So it does question where are they going to put all this money, or where they're going to build these data centers. But with xAI, OpenAI both also digging deeper into their efforts to win the AI race, is Meta looking to bow out of the water in their own expansion. There is also AI threats from China, such as DeepSeek recently, that we covered in last show about what was going on there and how it's also caused some wriggles or some knock-on effects to the overall market. There is as also we covered in last week's show, there's also now Chinese competitors from Alibaba, Tencent and Byte Dance, giants looking to build their own AIs and jump into this wave of interest or hype, you could say, about everyone wants the AI. Everyone wants the greatest AI model to continue to help productivity, to continue to do this incredible new stuff that we've never seen before. No, Meta has not confirmed that they're going to necessarily make the investments in the places that they've confirmed, as it's all purely speculation and they're in early talks at the moment. However, there has been reports that it's likely due to the other players in the market putting and building for the best next AI. So they're looking to continue to buy that or buy in or create the infrastructure to allow them to be one of the players in the AI race, so to speak. Quote, Meta says that the Meta AI chatbot now has 700 million monthly users across obviously Meta's platforms. They're able to push to the billions of users on Facebook and billions of users on Instagram specifically. So is that a fair comparison? Is that a fair leg up when companies like ChatGPT, for example, have to get their organic, quote unquote, organic reach in comparison to have it built in? We saw this with Threads as well. So that's something to consider when we look at this data regarding Meta as well. It does have a foothold in most people's daily lives, right? We spend a lot of our time on Meta services, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, etc. We're spending a lot of our time there. Clients potentially are spending quite a lot of money on advertising there. So are we going to be more biased towards the Meta AI service rather than necessarily the OpenAI's or DeepSeek or etc. or whichever is the newest and hottest one there? Or it actually is, and this is kind of opening the larger conversation about whether the whole AI principle and the track record that Nvidia are claiming and others are claiming, is it actually going to happen, or is it all just pipe dreams, and is it all just overhype for, to be honest, Nvidia to sell more over expensive cards that allegedly are really, really good for AI learning and AI building in that respect. But with the research and the understanding I've done for this show, the market, or the general feeling, is in what X number of years into the AI race are we going to see something that's specifically groundbreaking? if you use, and some of the reports have used, if we use the internet as an example, we started having some of the use cases when it came to the internet at this point with AI. So we were at the point where we're 3 to 4 years into AI roughly now from its most adoption, and we started seeing useful use cases for the internet by that point. Maybe not. You could say it's very conversation based and very speculative in that respect. But are you for or are you against AI? Are you using it to continue to increase your productivity and allow you to continue to move things forward? Or are you going the other way? Are you saying, no, we're pushing back and not using AI? What do you think? Do you feel that we just need to keep going to make AI and keep pushing more data and keep putting more hardware into AI to make sure that it's going to be a groundbreaking tech that AI, OpenAI, Meta and etc. have been claiming it's going to be? Or do you think it's just to the level of how powerful it is and actually it's going to start plateauing in coming years to come? I'd love to hear what you think in the comment section down below.